don't compare yourself with other persons who might offer the same service or sell the same product as you, right? Just stay focused and align yourself with your goals. Just enjoy the process and move forward. Because if a whole lot of times I'm actually venturing into some new ideas, right? And it's the first time I'm doing it, right? But sometimes the fear or the anxiety would kick in and say, hey, this might hurt you, or people might look on you a certain way, or XYZ. But you never know, right? It's there in your mind, but you never actually put it into action, so you don't know what the outcome is. So it's better to actually try, nothing done, right? So another thing is, when you have an idea, don't try to perfect the idea in your mind and think that, hey, all right, I have an idea of starting this business. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait on the idea to become perfect and then me launch. No, because if you should wait on that idea to become full-fledged perfect in your mind, it might be a next 5 years, 10 years, or maybe never. So what I recommend is, when you get an idea about a business or a concept or a feature or something that you want to add within your business, or start in your business, just get started on it, right? Put the first action to it. Make the move on that idea, and you'll be surprised that when you actually start acting on that idea, the idea start to develop and the idea start to grow and flourish the way how you want it to grow, right? Because if you really should rely on our brains and our body and ourselves, we really don't want to take risk, right? And when we have an idea, it's actually a risk that we're taking because we don't know the outcome of how it's going to be. And if we try to just sit down and think about it real hard and say, all right, I have this idea, and I go plan it out in my head before I start. When you actually plan that idea out in your head before you start, right, from A to Z, and then you actually start it in this real world, in the reality that we're in, you're faced with a whole lot of other complications that you weren't even thinking about, right? So it's always best to, as soon as you have an idea, right, get started on it. Idea, action, and move forward.
You have heard it all today. Well, probably not all, because Mr. Harrison is a young entrepreneur, and he tell you that the work of an entrepreneur is like a firefighter. You're there on standby waiting for something to happen.
Yeah,
He
man.
talks about the passion. You need to have passion. You need to be motivated. He also
Discipline.
speaks about, yeah, the discipline, and he also spoke about um, the disappointment that come with it, the failures, right? And
But
since
using it as a stepping stone to, build
yes,
your brands.
yes, using your disappointment as stepping stone. So we have heard some of the obstacles and the up and down that he went through as an entrepreneur. And I don't want to say it all. And somebody say it's very inspiring. Yeah. All right. So I don't want to say it all. I'll turn over to our first vice president, who will give the vote of thanks.
But
Mr.
hold on, just a sec. Let me just add to that because I think this is very important, and I want to give a sense of value to somebody. Um, right, being an entrepreneur, right, and within this fast, instant world, and creating your business on Instagram or Facebook, there are a whole lot of competitors, right, within your field, within your niche, within your area or work of business, right? So I would recommend to you is to don't compare yourself with other persons who might offer the same service or sell the same product as you, right? Just stay focused and align yourself with your goals, and then just walk on your path, run on your path, crawl on your path, fly on your path. Because when we tend to compare ourselves with others, we lose focus of what our heart message is, and we tend to copy, take away, grab, thief, things from all other persons within the services, within the business that we do, and try to create one post or one message from 10 other persons within the message, within the organization or within your field. And you realize that you're just getting depressed and you're just getting slow and you just feel lost because what you're comparing yourself to other persons. So just find what it is that you really love to do, stick to it. When you wake up in the morning and you feel like you don't want to do it, be disciplined enough to get up out of bed, brush your teeth, wash your face, put on your clothes, and go out there and do your thing, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to ensure that you're in the delayed gratification mindset. We're in, to add again, we're in the world right now where everything is instant, right? So we want to talk to somebody overseas, right? We can just dial them up and talk to them right away. Want to get a package from overseas within 3 days, 7 days, we get it, right? But then it wasn't like that. And I can go more on and on. So within this world, instant world, we tend to take it with a whole lot of other things within our lives, right? With relationships, right? When we start a relationship with somebody, we expect that as we start texting the person within that they are talking on the phone with that person that day, tomorrow, where love buddies are this and that. It's all a process, right? So don't be caught up with the instant gratification mindset within a real world, within the working world. When you get employed at a work, right? Persons, when I talk to some young persons, right? And I, talking to them and I say, hey, so me leave me 9 to 5 because me not like the boss because me did it 4 months, me did it 5 months and me not get a raise or me not get promoted. Like like that's instant gratification. You're not willing to be patient, you're not willing to wait on the opportunities when it should come. Right? And a whole lot of persons that I would talk to when we do talk about entrepreneurship. Why is it that you leave a 9 to 5? So me leave a 9 to 5 because me can't work 8 hours a day. More to be flexible. But really and truly, when you're an entrepreneur, you're not working 8 hours a day. You're working 12 hours, 18 hours, sometimes even 24 hours, right, a day, because you're building your brand, right? So get the mindset of a delayed gratification mindset where you start now, right? And you progress, you enjoy the journey, and you reap the rewards 5 years, 6 years down along the line. As you go along, you build your clientele, you build the trust, you build the bond with potential and and active customers, and referrals go about, and then you realize that you start to get a huge some amount of work, and then the business start to climb. So just stay faithful to your vision, stay faithful to your business, love your brand, respect your brand, believe in your brand, and just focus on your brand. All right, that's it.
All right. Again, we want to say thank you to Mr. Harrison. I can attest to that presentation. It was a wonderful presentation, and I know that members of the society will also agree with me because I was seeing the chat going off like crazy just now. Especially when you mention relationship.
Yeah,
A
man.
business is like a relationship. All the ladies were up in the chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is with great pleasure that we have you here. And
Thank you for
I
having
will
me.
turn over to our first Vice President, Mr. Hamilton. Sir, are you still here for the
Yes,
vote
I'm
of
still
thanks?
here. Good
Okay, please go
afternoon,
ahead.
everyone. Can
Okay.
you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
All right, wonderful. I quote, I do not want to impress. I wish to inspire. Now, Mr. Harris would be familiar with these words because these are his words.
Yeah.
I hope I speak for everyone when I say we have truly become more inspired from hearing you speak. It is with sincere hearts and newly enthused minds that I extend to you gratitude for lending us your time and valuable insight. We will take from this experience knowledge that will take us on our journey to inspire others. Mr. Kingsley Harrison, on behalf of the Michael University Business Society, I say thank you for being with us and we much appreciate your presence.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All
I
right. So can you go back on the screen, Melissa, please? So Mr. Harris, Mr. Kingsley Harrison,
Yes, sir.
on behalf of the Michael Business Society, we wish we could have actually presented you with something more physical, but I want you to take this soft copy of um, a soft copy certificate of our appreciation, sir. Thank you for your
Thank,
time.
thank you so much.
And
Thank you for having me. Shout out, give a shout out to all my supporters who are here. You know, everybody who took the time out of their busy day to actually join this meeting to hear me speak. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you for showing your support.